universe. Hello, Facebook world. I am beyond ecstatic, excited, and a bit nervous. Yes, it's real, it's live, it's juicy, it's OnaRay. And who do we have to join me? Welcome, welcome. It's a little hard to see. Sam is in the house. Karina is in the house. Roy is in the house. I'm so honored to begin this journey with you, to really reveal me. Who is OnaRay and why AwakenSex? I'm going to be in my flow and allow spirit and just channel. This is just really me being juicy and raw with you. And I may not always see the chats, but I really encourage this interactive platform. And if anything is like percolating as we continue this journey together, I invite you to share. Give me your hellos and I'll try to see who's on board with you. Oh, so I just invite all of us as we're joining. This is an opportunity to just unplug, even though we're plugged in this virtual world, but maybe just unplug from distractions, from the to-do list, from the everyday, just everydayness of what we have to do to survive and live in this world together. And we're just going to take one moment because I really want everyone to just drop in, just for feeling your feet on the earth, feeling your support. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up or let me know if everything, the volume is okay. I'm outside at a coffee house. Make a note. Sam, can you hear me okay? Just let me know. I think so. All right. So I just want everyone to just take this pause for a moment, and we're just going to just close your eyes for a moment and feel your sexual energy inside. Yeah. Really connecting to this life force, this precious energy that is you inside. Taking a pause, a juicy, loving pause. Because that's what, for me, AwakenSex is awakening into what's alive in you, what's pulsating, what's brewing. How do you express this potential? Because sexuality is life force. It's how you get to tap in to the fact that you are alive right now. A reminder for me is the breath. So I invite everyone to take that juicy, full breath in the belly, in your womb, in your sacral second chakra, and receive a breath. Receive what it means to be alive, this opportunity to be alive right now. So this broadcast is the first of 6. I'm going to call it a series of 6. And we're going to go till the end of 2018, this number 2018, until, for me, it's more the winter solstice. That's the end of the year. It's when, at the end of an exhalation, you feel you're completely out of breath. You have no more, it's gone. You released it all. You fully surrendered. And that's what this journey is going to take us. How do we get to that place where we fully surrender and fully let go? So this 6 weeks together with AwakenSex this is just building the foundation, the platform. What is AwakenSex? And how do we awaken into our sexuality? And that's what I want to explore with you. And I'm going to do that by sharing my journey, my personal journey evolution into this path, and why I am sharing from the heart, sharing who I am. So 2.5 weeks ago, I had my very first live broadcast. So this is only my second one. And the first one, I revealed my name. Who is OnaRay? And OnaRay is a super powerful spiritual name. It's my alchemy name. It's my intermarriage name. I was invited with this name. It came from a dream name, Anamari, and I shared that. And I was Anamari, which was a name I loved and cherished. It was my dream name. I woke up saying my name. From an ocean she arises, awaken into the moment with heart, OnaRay. And I never thought I would change my name. I'm like, this is my name. But I had this moment where a man who recognized my vibration, recognized the shift in me. And when I opened the door, he looked at me, he's like, you're not Anamari, you're OnaRay of light. You are OnaRay. because you have merged these energy, this polarity inside, which is your sexuality, dark, light, feminine, masculine, whatever you want to call it. It's how we come into union with self. And that's what OnaRay welcomes. It's me coming into union, harmony, into my fullness, my human potential. And so that's what I shared last time, and you always can go back. It's on YouTube, it's also on my wall, it's on AwakenSex on my Facebook page if you want to review that. So today we're going to kind of go on from there. And I also talked about AwakenSex, the vision. And what does awaken mean? And what does sex mean? And to me, the awakening that's happening on the planet, and it is happening. I am a global citizen. I travel the world. I travel to 6, 7, 8, 10 countries a year. I have not had a home for 12 years. So I have connected with humans. We are all in, and there's some of us who feel the call to awaken who we are. And that means we awaken the fact that we have choice. And yes, sometimes that choice is taken away, but we always have choice of our thoughts, how we relate and connect to our thoughts, and how much our thoughts and our unconscious stuffed emotional body, stuffed energy gets expressed, and the actions we make in the world. So we do have, I believe as humans right now, we all individually have choice, and our evolution, our path of our evolution, which is a conscious, if you want it to be a conscious path. And how we awaken is through the conscious process of really examining how I got here. All the people before me, my mothers, and also the father energy, and how I became who I am. And so it's a journey. So awakening is a journey, it's a process. You know, enlightenment, they say, is it becomes more static, more like, okay, you are enlightened, that's it. But awakening is a process. It's an ever unfolding process of transformation, which are these little insights, these little opportunities. We reignite a new frequency in our body, a new awareness, a vibration. And so this process of transformation is this ever-unfolding process of how we evolve in life. So AwakenSex is how we evolve with our sex, with our sexuality, which is the expression of our sex. But how are we having sex? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So who is on board? I do want to do a little check. It's a little hard for me to see because I'm in the sun here. Hi, Derek. Let me see if I can figure out technology. So I just want to see, I'm not able to do that. So you guys play with each other, but I'm happy who's all here and joining me. Okay. So basically, I use the 3-letter word. I talked about sex. And it's a word we don't talk about. And in terms of people awakening, there's many of us awakening on this sexual path, and especially in a female body. So I call this female body, I'm going to stand up. Hello, my body. I have an innie. And that innie means I have the potential to create life in my womb. And some choose to be an outie, some choose to be an innie. It's a hardware. And that hardware also is directed by a certain hormonic pathway, endocrine system, you know, how energy flows. So our sexual energy may flow a little differently between an innie and an outie. And our potential to create and how we create may also be slightly different. And so how we have sex is also slightly different. So for me, sex is a choice. And we talked about that. And yes, sometimes there's a thing called force, and it's, you know, the we too, and these Me Too movements, and the movements of like, I'm so proud of sisters and females. And also I want men, I encourage men to share when they felt like they didn't have a sexual choice, because that's really powerful. But again, the choice is always up here though. We still can choose how either we attach, we hold on to the memory, how that memory affects our actions and our life. Because your unconscious, they say, is your emotional body of unprocessed past. So where a lot of trauma comes through is when you not able to, like, you're like living in the past versus allowing whatever emotion to come through to be processed and let go of. So I've been listening to a lot of, there's amazing educators around sexuality, and this is my new path. Tantra has been a path for me for 10 years. And Tantra does explore sacred sexuality, and Tantra does explore pleasure and connection and union. And Tantric sex is divine lovemaking. It is bringing more awareness into the bedroom. But I wanted to really go deeper into just sex, meaning that how do we have it? And, you know, do we have it with love? Do we have it with connection? Do we have it, has it been a trauma? Have we had our choice taken away and now it's sitting there and it hurts every time we remember it, or something triggers that memory? That's when trauma comes out. Do we have stress around sex? Do we feel like we have to perform? You know, this performance anxiety, especially with porn, is not helping 16-year-old boys. You know, do we have sex only in our mind? Are we really present with our partner or partners? So, you know, I really wanted to, the goal with AwakenSex is to really break down this 3-letter word and really bring it into what I call everyday conversation. You know, I want to take this platform, this journey, and help parents be able to comfortably talk to their children about the word sex. But first, adults need sex education, and I really love that. Like I said, I've been doing a little research, and there's some people out there I want to share that I just support, and I've been following for a long time. Amy Jo Goddard, Goddard, is a beautiful feminist sex educator. She does like an 8 or 9 month program for female sexual empowerment. And she's in New York, and I went to one of her book signings. She's a magical woman. She just did a TED Talk. And, you know, her passion is recognizing that adults, all adults around the world, but right now I can just take the Western world, needs adult sex education. You know, a lot of times she said 3 things that she wanted in her TED Talk, and it just really hit me hard. She wants to remind the innies, females, and I say men too, that we are not broken. That pleasure is our birthright. And let's see if I can remember the 3rd one. And we are whole and sexually perfect. You know, she just really inspires me because she believes that we are sexually whole. It's just the shame that we allow ourselves. The early on in life, you know, there's been repression, you know, denial. You know, if we touch our genitals at 5 years old, we're saying, no, don't do that. So for me, it's going back into time. Let's go back to our mother in the womb. What was her relationship to her sex? To how was she having sex? And was it conscious? Was it in a beautiful union with her divine partner? And then when that life, when the spark of you was created in the womb, were you invited? Was it conscious? Was it through love, through union? And then when you were born, this is, you know, they say the first trauma is the birth trauma. And, you know, some of the teachers that I've studied with and some believe, and I believe, you know, the orgasm, you know, and there's also a lot of people that believe the orgasm will change the world if everybody has more orgasms. But the first natural orgasm for you to experience is through the vaginal canal. If the mother was awakened into her sex, into her sexuality, she can do the spiraling and she can let it go and bring it back. And she can go into an orgasmic state, this beautiful bliss surrender state where you come out and your initiation of you through the canal is an initiation. It's the first gateway portal. And when you come through this bliss of orgasmic energy, which is your potential. So orgasm, to me, is your creative potential, your evolution, your potential of your own evolutionary path. So imagine if the world, as humans, we came through this beautiful process, initiation, through the swimming, and it's like, you know, it's an initiation to be born, to be everyone here who is alive. You came in through free choice, I believe. And that's powerful. But imagine you also came in with your mother's permission to have an orgasm. That's also super, super powerful. Just sit with that for a moment. Let's just take this moment, this pause, because this is really, really sacred. What would it feel like to go back, and we could reprint this memory? This is the rebirthing process. And this is part of AwakenSex. How do we rebirth into a new relationship to our sex? Where you came through with choice. You came in excited and wanted. You came in through the surrender of your mother's own divine pleasure. The fact that we're in a human body gives us the right and the privilege to be pleasure creatures, to own our pleasure. And how powerful is that? You came in with your mother's ability to really be in her pure, blissful body and surrender into this orgasmic energy, which then you get to carry with you. And you recognize the beauty of it without the shame and without the guilt. I'm just checking in. Make sure we're all good. Oh, yeah, everyone. How does that feel? What would that feel like? And how would you shift your relationship to your own body and the way that you have sex? So right now, if you want to be vulnerable, because I'm being vulnerable right now, I'm being live and raw with you. So I invite you to share in the chat box. Other people can also receive. How do you empower yourself right now sexually? What does it mean for you to be an empowered sexual human being? So I invite this question into the chat box. Let me see if I can figure out how to read the chat box. I can't really scroll it. I don't know how to scroll it. But that's the question for everybody. I'm going to get more familiar with this technology. So AwakenSex is going to be an educational online platform which really empowers the individual to self-explore who they are as a sexual human being, and give them, and where in their body and in their thoughts do they hold on to a memory, a birth trauma or a birth process, their relationship to their parents, their relationship to how their parents treated them with their sexual curiosity. You know, we all have curiosity as children. That's super beautiful and natural. We come in without clothes on. But what does it feel like to empower ourselves? You know, so some of the personal work that we're going to go on is taking a walk on a hiking trail naked if you're able to, or just lay on the grass in your backyard. Stand in front of a mirror for 5 minutes and witness the beauty of you in your nakedness. But even if I take off all these clothes and you see my skin, and you see my breasts, and you see my genitals, and I look even in my genitals in a mirror, but am I truly naked? Naked and raw to myself, to my sexual choices, and how I am having sex. So like I said, you know, are we having sex for our own pleasure? You know, I just listened to a beautiful TED Talk. I don't know if I got her. Let me see if I got her name. Just give me a moment. Let's see. It was a woman who did the one taste. I can't think of her name right now. But the one taste idea and her passion and her gift to the world is, it's an opportunity. It's called orgasmic meditation. And what that just is, a practice for women to surrender to their own pleasure, to this hunger that she said, this void, there's this hunger inside of us as innies, as females in this body, in this incarnation, that is not being fulfilled. And it's really about connection. And I think that connection begins with our own bodies. are trusting our bodies, trusting and allowing ourselves to fully be in our pleasure. So it's a meditation where there's presence, full presence. And in meditation, you're often by yourself, in presence to the divine, just surrendering. However you meditate, you can even have a movement meditation barefoot. You can have a meditation which is ecstatically moving but closing your eyes and feeling your body in a somatic journey. You can have a meditation in full stillness. You can concentrate on a mantra. But for her, this orgasmic meditation is with another person. And that's one of the gifts, is to share this experience, this pleasure, this opening with another human being who's there fully committed, fully in tune, and offer you this gift to surrender to your own pleasure. So, there's a lot I can say, but I just wanted to kind of open up this space, this container. And I wish I could know how to be more savvy to read what you guys are saying and writing, but I'm hoping that there is some interactive dialogue here. And so, AwakenSex is, like I said, it's going to be an educational platform. I'm going to, all these downloads, because I'm here really just channeling. I don't have a script. I didn't know what I was going to say. We call it now, I'm hoping with my words, can start to vibrate. And my goal with my words is to have them to be transmission. We call it poetry. It's poetry, it's transmitted poetry. It's allowing spirit to guide me and me trusting this moment and allowing my truth. So when I'm sharing is my truth, but I always invite you to explore your own truth. That's always been my path. And that's been my exploration. So AwakenSex was a vision that came in 2016 solstice or 2015 solstice. So it's been almost 3 years, and I've let it, like giving birth. I've nurtured it, I've incubated it, I allowed it, I held it, I sat with it. And there is fear. There is this, am I worthy? Am I able to fully give all that I can? Because this is not about me. This is about humanity. I want us to step in as humans into our heart. I'm sharing from my heart. Be vulnerable, be raw. Trust our bodies. Have our yes, have our no. And really walk this earth as stewards, lovers, saying who we are as sexual human beings. I'm pansexual, I'm sapiosexual, I'm bisexual, I'm ecosexual, I'm just sexual. And I'm happy because I know if I want to tap into my own pleasure, self-pleasure, and am I able to, if I connect to another human being, this potential, this orgasmic power is a birthright. And I can create magic with this. I can set intention with this. So AwakenSex was a vision of me broadcasting this to the world, and that's what I'm doing. Because we have this opportunity with this new technology, and we can drop in to allow spirit to come through. To what I say, spirit, God, whatever you want to call one, is something created all of this. There is magic, and you just have to believe in it. So my name is OnaRay. Ona, O-N-A, is the feminine, the receptive part of me. The mother consciousness, I call it. Connection to the earth, creative force, Shakti energy. And the ray is that Shiva, the linga of energy, the pillar of light, clarity, discernment. We need both. Both create what is here right now, this life. So AwakenSex is awakening into a new path of relating to us, to our sexual juice inside, which is the magic of creation. So every time you allow yourself to feel your body, I invite you for this next journey. We have 2 weeks, and we're going to do this again in 2 weeks. Get naked. Lay on the earth. Allow yourself to make love to God. I invite you to feel your body. by not touching it, but energetically surrendering to it. Connecting to what is the potential of you. Allowing this energy to rise up from the earth, from the root to the sacral. And the solar right here, there could be a blockage, and it's from fear to love, I call it. Replacing love from fear. Don't hold back. Claim your power. And then let the voice, oh, pleasure, come through in sounds. Just call your name out. Who are you? OnaRay. Whoever you might be. Calling the pleasure and allowing the to shine through. And feel it. And when it raises, that's your creative potential. Set an attention. Attention is attention. Attention to the moment. And let magic happen with who you are as a sexual human being. So like I said, this broadcast is coming twice a month. First and third Friday. We have 6 more weeks. Join my page, AwakenSex. Instagram, Awaken into One. They wouldn't let me use the 3-letter word. So Awaken into One. I will post this here. This recording will be shared both on my page, YouTube, and on my wall. So please, please, I invite everybody to awaken into the sexual yum that is you. Thank you for joining. I love you. Thank you.